Is anyone else having like a really difficult time in this league? Because, man, I feel like my ass is dragging on the ground and I'm leaving a snail trail behind me. The Path to Exile Necropolis League, it started last week. I guess we're a week in. I had a really slow league start, had some prior commitments, hadn't been able to make content about it. My character was slow. Of course, I started with a Scion. I know y'all told me not to do that, but that's what I did anyway. Too bad. I like playing a Scion. It's my own fault. But a couple of things I'm noticing. First off, I thought the currency drops were going to be great. They're not. Once you get to maps, it's like, holy shit, where's all the currency at? And I'm talking about Chaos Divine. That's what I'm talking about. I had a Chaos drop in Act 1, and that set the stage for disappointment. Yesterday, I did a little experiment. Wanted to see how many maps it would take before I got a Chaos Orb, and it was 10 maps, 9 or 10 maps, before I got one Chaos to drop, and then nothing else after that. What that translates is, for new players or casuals that don't have a lot of time to invest, you're going to have a rough season. It's also going to force you to learn other things about the game, crafting, other ways to find currency. It's going to force you to learn how to trade. It's going to force you to learn how to identify what attributes that roll on what items that people are demanding. So it is a kind of a learning league, I guess is a good way to say it. Because man, it's really, and it's almost a consequence of having two patches. You know, we had like an emergency patch right after all the divines were dropping. So for those that don't know, you could just go buy a absolute pile of maps and roll the seasonal mechanic until you got what you needed. And the seasonal mechanic is the lantern that we're talking about here. So when it comes up, you've got the experience and all this. People would come in and roll it. So put another map in here until they got one like this that said dropped armor is converted to divine orbs instead of cartographs chisels. So they fixed that. Divines were raining down from the sky on the people that found those, which has kind of put a lot of divines into the currency supply, which has kind of messed up the economy. Trading is difficult because you know, I guess 2 days ago I tried to convert divine to chaos, and I messaged the literal entire trade board. Nobody answered. A lot of people are complaining about that in the game chat right now. It's just a real difficult league for a new player. Also, this Undertaker Necropolis deal, yeah, the patch has fixed the ability, like it really does craft some really powerful stuff. The problem is you have to fill the entire fucking graveyard up to get it to craft something, which means you need a lot of corpses, which usually isn't a problem if you have a lot of time. Usually a casual player don't have an absolute pile of time to farm all of these corpses, which means you can just trade for them, given that you have the currency and people answer the trade. So it's kind of a time intensive type deal. I did try to fill up like 3 of these on stream last night to try to craft a pair of gloves, you know, nothing crazy like a bow, just a pair of gloves. I was trying to get spell suppression on some gloves, and it just didn't impress me. So I don't know what to say much about this. Maybe, you know, this is just something I skipped this league, unless I come into a whole bunch of currency. I've actually been trying to play pure without having the help of a bunch of guys, but just to be real, if I haven't had some help, I wouldn't have any currency at all, because the trade is really hard to do right now. Just a point out, if you're using Awaken PoE to price check, make sure you click trade. Big shout out to my community on Twitch. They told me about this day before yesterday. Make sure it actually aligns with what's being traded. You might think you've got something that's worth 5 divines, and it's worth like 5 chaos. So make sure you're actually lining up with what is reflected on the trade board. And the big thing is, if you're trying to play solo self-found this league, it's going to be challenging. The best way you'll have success is kind of being with a community. We do have some open slots in our guild. If you'd like to join, you can either come over to Twitch and message me your in-game name, or join the Discord and do the same thing. Links in the description below for both of those. Guys, all I can say is persevere. Good luck. Look at crafting. Look at other, look at Jun. Excuse me. Good Lord. Look at Jun. Look at Expedition. Look at the heist. A lot of people are finding currency. Basically, what I'm saying is you're going to have to do other things that you're not used to doing. You're going to have to learn other things about the league, which is, to me, a positive thing. You know, it's cool about these all flames. You can trade those. I think this mechanic right here is pretty cool. I don't like the Necropolis personally, just because the amount of time, but there are multiple ways to craft in the game. It's really not that big a deal if you don't like the Necropolis. One of the things I was forced to learn was how to craft. So, you know, this piece of armor I actually made myself. Now, I know it's not something super great, but it's a step on learning how to craft things, how to get unveiled modifiers to craft those, how to roll, I guess they're called Edrics, roll those to get some cool stuff. So it's an opportunity to learn more about the game if you're a serious Path to Exile player. If you're seeing this video right now or tomorrow maybe, there's a stash tab sale going on, so if you do want stash tabs, here, I'm not trying to shill, I'm not sponsored or anything, but you do need stash tabs, so now's the time to get stash tabs. And a word to the wise, buy a supporter pack. That is the best way to get stash tabs. So supporter pack will give you, so like, let me show you a good one. Like this Kilgren right here, or something from the Necropolis. This $30 will get you 300 gold and some cosmetics. If you just buy the gold, then you're just going to get the gold. You won't get any cosmetics, and it's better bang for your buck to do it that way. So just wanted to point that out for anybody else. See y'all. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more content. Appreciate y'all. See you next time.